Hi there, my name is Jane and this is Mabel's Closet. Now in today's vlog it is a collaboration that I've been working on with the lovely Kris from Sew Notes, her YouTube channel, and she lives all the way in Canada, and we've got a little bit of a collaboration that we're going to be working on over the months to come, and this is our first one. Welcome back. Yeah, as I was saying in the intro, me and the lovely Kris from Sew Notes, we really enjoyed working together on our Rhapsody blouse collaboration, and I think it's because she's all the way in Canada and I'm all the way in England. It's just so lovely to meet like-minded people who enjoy the sewing, and we just thought let's work together again. And we're both subscribed to the Burda magazine, and this was Kris's idea actually. We were just going to originally pick patterns and then stitch them up, not tell each other what we were going to do and then reveal. But then Kris said, oh, how about Burda? Because she knew I subscribed to the Burda magazine, and I said, what a good idea, because I have been a subscriber since Christmas. John bought me the subscription, and every month the Burda magazine comes and I flick through it and go, ooh, that's nice, oh, that's lovely, I'd love to make that. Put the magazine down and that's where it stays. So I thought, what a good idea, because this will then spur me on to actually make something out of the magazine. And we're going to do it on a monthly basis. So we're going to be doing a little collaboration for every time the Burda magazine comes out. We're going to make something for that month. So we're going to start off with the Burda magazine from May, so the May issue. And what we're going to do is we're going to both choose something out of the magazine. We're not going to tell each other what we've chose, so it's a little bit of a, little bit more of a surprise for each other. We may well end up making the same pattern, we don't know. And then we're going to reveal to each other just before we do our vlog, just to see what each other's made. We can share each other's vlogs, across the channels. So after you've watched my vlog, hopefully you'll pop on over to see Kris and see what she made. So I will reveal what Kris made later on in the vlog. So the May magazine, as you can gather, I'm wearing what I made, and there's some lovely patterns in there. So if you're quite new to the Burda magazine, it's a subscription. This is the Burda Style Magazine, and it comes out every month, and all the patterns are in the middle for you to pop out and trace. So I chose this, what I'm wearing, and I'll show you the picture that inspired me. I just thought it was really pretty, and it's got the zip up the front. Now originally it put me off, I wasn't going to make it because it's classed for the petite range, but when I looked in the instructions and the sizing, the only difference in the petite range is the height. So the sizes were exactly the same. The only size difference was the sleeve length, and I thought, well, because it's a shorter sleeve, it won't make any difference. There was no difference at all in the bust, waist, hip measurements at all. So I thought, I'm going to make it, and I'm really glad I did. The fabric I've used is this gorgeous daisy print stretch bengaline, which was gifted to me from Minerva as part of my blogger network role, and I just thought, kill two birds with one stone. This would be ideal because it's got a little bit of a 60s vibe to it. I would say this pattern, with the collar and the zip up the front, and it's got a lovely little peplum waist. Now obviously I'll pop some pictures up of me wearing it in the garden, and I'll stand up in a minute and I'll show you. I really do like it. It's something a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm not a great lover of zips in things, but again, if you don't try, you don't know, and I really like it. The only thing is I couldn't get I think it was 24-inch zip I need. I just could not get a 24-inch zip in the shops nearby to me. I wasn't just going to buy one zip on the internet, probably pay more on postage than I would for the zip. So my local haberdashery shop was open at long last, so I went in there, but they only had 22-inch zip. So the only issue I would say I had with the instructions are the just written instructions. There's no diagrams, and I really did struggle with the facing on the collar. But I'll stand up first of all and show you what it looks like. So I've got it it's like a peplum waist. And I've got it just over a long sleeve tee today because it's really cold, and obviously you can wear it obviously with nothing underneath. And I really like the peplum waist, the darts at the back, and I managed to join them up spot on. So yeah, so the zip would have been a little bit longer, and obviously I would have liked a pink zip, but there was just nothing. There was just nothing to choose. I had to go with the white, and it looks okay. I'm quite pleased with it. It was going really well sewing it all together, and until I got to the facing for the zip, it was absolute nightmare. I think 7 hours. I'll show you what I'm on about, the facing bit and putting the facing on with the zip. I just could not fathom out the instructions at all. And at one point, 7 hours of on, off, pinned, tacked, unpinned, untacked. I was ready to say to Kris, I can't do it. And I'm just gonna throw it in the bin because I just couldn't get beyond it. I got everything else done in no time at all. The peplum, the jacket, the sleeves on, and just the zip. I just couldn't fathom it out at all. I'll show you the instructions, what I mean. That's the only downside. And I even went on the internet to see if there was a blog post on Burda to show how to put it together. And that's all you get. This section here, that's all you get. I just couldn't fathom it out. I just could not interpret what they were trying to tell me to do. So as I say, I was ready to jack it all in and took it out, and I just thought, I'm going to tell Kris I can't do it. And then John said, no, you can't give up, just keep going. If you don't give up. And I don't, it's right, it's true, I don't give up. So I just slept on it, and I just thought, right, fresh day, let's look at it again. And I put it on the way I thought it would go on, and it seems to have gone just right. I'm not quite sure if I've finished the bottom part right. I just had to wangle it a bit, because you do the hem first way before you put the facing on, so the hem's already turned up. And then I was thinking, well, if the hem's already turned up, what are you supposed to do with this facing? So I had to unpick a little bit of the hem and tuck the facing into that bit there. So I don't know whether I've done that right at all, but I've had to wangle it myself. And yeah, so that was a little bit of a pain, to say the least, but I'm glad I persevered, because I really do like it. It's not a style I would like. As I say, this little project me and Kris are doing is really good because it's spurring me on to try things. Obviously use up my subscription, because that's what it was intended for. And obviously John likes to see me make things, especially out of the subscription that he's bought me. So that's good. Obviously I'm working with the lovely Kris, and I'm trying things that I wouldn't ordinarily probably try. So it's a win-win in all angles, I think, for me. And I'm not, as I said before, I'm not a great lover of zips, but I really do quite like this style. It goes great with my jeans, and I'm really pleased with it. And it's because it's got the stretch in it. It's got that, just a lovely little bit of give to it. I did obviously the petite sizes. I'll go through the petite sizes. So petite or short sizes, which is based on a height of 5'3" as opposed to 5'6", the normal sizes. So size 21 is, the only difference is the height. So the bust was 37 3/4, so that was me. Waist 30, which is me, and hip 40, which is me. So I thought, perfect, I'm just going to fit into size 21 in the petite. The only difference is the sleeve length. That's the only difference compared to all the others, an inch difference. So I don't understand that really. And I'll show you the drawing, the line drawing. So there is the line drawing. And I think I've managed to get it spot on. Also, the collar was a little bit fiddly because you put the collar on all in one go rather than, part of the collar and then you tuck the collar over and stitch it down. No, this is stitched all in one go, which was a little bit weird, but anyway, I managed to get the collar in. And at first I wasn't keen because I thought, oh, the collar doesn't sit flat, but it's not meant to sit flat. It's meant to have that rounded look. So I think I was being a little bit too hard on myself, but I always am. I had a little bit of obviously you've got to remember to put the seam allowances in when you're tracing it off, so no hardship. When I did the seam allowances, that was 1.5 centimetre seam allowance and 3 centimetres for the hems, which I forgot about when I was cutting it out, so I cut the peplums with the 1.5 centimetre hem instead of the 3 centimetre hem. So I had enough fabric left to cut out the peplums again, but then when I cut them out the second time, I just folded my fabric and I just put the pattern piece on the fabric, but I put it quite close to the fold. I don't know why. And then obviously when I come to cut it out, I couldn't then put my seam allowance on because I'd cut it too close to the fold and I couldn't get my 1.5 centimetre seam allowance, so I had to cut it out again. So I've got like 2 lots of peplums cut out. And then again with the sleeves, I cut the sleeves, but I forgot to put the 3 centimetre sleeve allowance on the hem bit. I just put 1.5 centimetres, even though it does clearly state. So I got that wrong. And one other thing I got wrong, and I don't mind telling you my faults and what I got wrong. When I put the pleats in, originally I put the pleats in going that way. So I had like less flat piece here. I had like the pleat going that way, which didn't look right. And when I looked at the book, obviously I'd folded them the wrong way, even though the arrows told me to fold them that way. So I had to unpick that and then just fold them back over. It was no big issue, just had to unpick. So apart from that, I'm really, really pleased. Really like it, and it's going to be one of these like a throw over type of jacket. It's not something I'm going to be wearing around the house because I feel it's more like a jacket type of top. But it's great to throw on over a long sleeve tee or over a vest, you know, or a t-shirt underneath, and you can have bare arms. It's a really smart jacket that you can add with some jeans, and then you've got a really nice outfit. So I quite like that. And yeah, overall, I'm really liking it. The only downside, as I say, is the instructions are a bit, well, that's all you get. That's all you get, that section there. Now you can, in the magazine, they do have patterns where there's like little sewing school, so you can actually follow some of the patterns and you've actually got the instructions to do. For example, in that one there, that blouse, which I was almost tempted to do, it takes you step by step on how to make that particular pattern. So you've got all the diagrams there. So I wish they did the diagrams with every pattern, but they don't. So yes, so all in all, I'm really quite pleased, and I'm so glad I've actually made my first Burda pattern too. One of my first big 4 patterns. So that was for May, and obviously we've got the June issue out now. So me and Kris are both looking and deciding which one we're going to make for June. As I say, we have no idea what we're making at the start until the end before we do our vlog, and then we reveal to each other what we've made. And so yeah, so I can now reveal what Kris has made. She has made. So Kris has opted for style number 115, which is on page 29. It's one of the tops that I was considering doing, and she has chosen this lovely ruched neck type of sleeveless blouse. Now I have no idea what fabric she's used, so to keep the surprise going, if you pop over to her vlog, you will see exactly what fabric she's chosen. So that's what she's gone for. I almost went for this as well. So yeah, so I'll quickly show you the next month's, the June magazine. So this is the one we're going to be working on for our next vlog. And there's loads of different patterns in there I've got my eye on, haven't quite decided, so stay tuned for which one I choose in the June vlog, and the same for Kris. Let's just see if we ever do choose the same pattern. So that's it for today. This is our first Burda Style Magazine makes. This was our May episode, and obviously we will be back with our June episode. It's been great fun, and it's definitely spurred me on to actually make some of the garments out of the magazine, which I probably wouldn't have done beforehand. I would have probably just flicked through them like I said before, and then not done anything with them. So I'm really glad that we're doing this challenge, because it's definitely going to spur me on. And I'm trying different styles just to see if I like them, and I really do like this. It's not something I would have gone for with a zip. I'm not a great zip lover, but I really do like this jacket style. So there we go. So yeah, so if you enjoyed today's vlog, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please head on over to see Kris at her channel, Sew Notes. I'll put the link to her vlog in the description box as always, and I shall see you on the next vlog. If you like to follow along with what I do in my sewing journey, then please don't forget to subscribe. If you just found my channel, that would be really lovely. But until the next time, I've got lots more sewing to do as usual, and I shall see you on my next vlog. And until then, happy sewing.